Hi, welcome to Wholeheartedly for the Lord Bible Journaling with Sherry. Today's process video will be called What Will It Be in 2023? All of the notebooks I plan to use this year, I'm sure before the year is out, Lord spare my life, there will be other notebooks coming. But this is what I'm retiring and this is what I'm going to bring in. So this is a conglomerate of notebooks that I already have, new notebooks, retiring some things, and you'll see it in the process. So it's going to be a little chatty, but that's okay. Thank you for watching, and remember, if I can Bible journal, so can you. Take care. Here are some of the notebooks and TNs you've seen throughout 2022 and even probably in 2021. This was one that I started, which was my collage TN, and it was great. It was thematic. I had fun using my extras. So now I'm retiring that one, and you saw me do a process on this, which was a prayer TN for my husband, which I'll be working with this year. I'm thinking about covering the top, and then I'm going to swap out the first TN with this one because it's new, it's fresh, and I'll be doing my first entry in it, which will be a winter spread. And so I probably will cover that. I'm not sure, but I do plan to use that TN. So I am jotting a little note here to remind myself that I want to do a winter collage as my first entry in here, and I'll do a video on that within the next week or two. And I have a couple of other TNs that are empty that I plan to use. That is from the dollar store. That is from Vin Von Ali. I'm sure I'll use that at some point this year when the others run out rather. This is where I keep all of my TNs. It's from Vin Von Ali. One of her subscription kits came with this like TN like holder or cover, and I love it. These are her devotions. I am going to keep it in there because from time to time I do still like to go back to those devotions. They're not finished and do those. So I'll just compile everything in here. I'll have it in one place, and when I want to get to it, I can get to it. Even if I travel and decide to use something physical, this is right here because everything is in it. So I do love that aspect, and it's just so durable, and I love this thing. I got my little doilies and little cute trinkets on the side from Sunflower, my friend over at Gale Bookish and things, and I just love it so much. I got some little, I forgot what they were called, trinkets or something, little embellishments on it, so I love it. This is a notebook that I use to do like more in-depth studies, for example, and I want to be visual with it when there's a scripture or something in the Bible, in my Bible journal that's covered already and I can't use it and I want to write more extensively. I'll use this notebook. I'll also put in kits that I like to use and study that kit, the scripture references in that kit. So I'm going to keep that one, but this one was a self-care. It was a prayer journal. It just became an everything kind of planner journal, and I kept prayers in it that I wrote for people. I'm going digital with that, so this will be retired. I'm sure I will refurbish this planner, not necessarily the pages, but the discs and the pages itself. You can just swap out what you don't want and create something entirely new. So I do like to refurbish and reuse what I have. No need to spend extra money if you do not need to. And so some of these papers can go into this notebook where I would do my more completed studies and things like that. So I will be using this one, and I will be retiring the other one. This notebook was given to me by Judith over at Expressions of Faith with Judith, and I love to use my Charlene Warwick kits in here because I'm part of her coffee club, and so when I'm doing the studies on her monthly devotions, I like to keep everything in here. It's just another way to use the notebook and a place to keep some other devotionals that I am working on, namely hers. My sister-in-law bought this notebook for me for Christmas, and I do plan to use it. What am I going to use it for? I don't know. I'm probably going to record some memories of my son, since this is the last year I'll be like really with him before he goes off to college. So I may write some memories in there regarding our time and family time. And then this, the Life Bible Journal, was given to me by one of my subscribers, Karen, and I am swapping this Christian planner out with this new one. So I'm retiring this one, and I'm using the new one. Here I've used it for sermon notes, I've used it for scripture writing, then I used it for our study in the book of Ephesians from church. I love it. I finally found my niche with it, but I used it up until the end of the year, and I wanted to start a fresh new notebook so that I can follow 2023 in one place. So those are just some of the pages that I've written on and used different kits and stash that I have to journal my thoughts and reflections. As I stated, this is a Life Bible Journal given to me by one of my subscribers and friends, Karen, and it's a really nice spiral bound, kind of like a prayer notebook, and it gives you an example of how to use it, what you're reading, your focus verse, what to ask yourself, and as you reflect, you have a response based on what you've read, and then you have a request, which is your prayer. So it's kind of like a SOAP method, but using different words, but it all breaks down to the same application, reflection, study and things like that. And there are different ways you can study and use this notebook: topical, a book study, or character study. And again, using this notebook to do those kinds of reflections based on what you've read, and then what to pray before you study, and then obedience and overflow, and then my prayer right here, which I'm going to write out. So here are a couple of pages that I've already started for the beginning of January, and this is what it looks like: my focus verse, and then how I reflected, my response to the verses, and then my prayer. And I'm using some extras from some kits that I had, and it's another great way to use up that stash. And this is for starting this Monday, which would be the 16th. And then I'm going to decorate a few pages so that you can just see how it looks. Just a few elements, but look at how the pages look once you write on it. I have to remember to leave room to write. The kit I'm using today is from Hunt and Seek Creative. If you go over to our Etsy shop and use code Sherry25, you will get 25% off of 2 or more kits that you buy. And it's always a good bargain. And you guys know down below in the description box are my coupon codes. I'm a PR person for Beautiful Good News and for Hunt and Seek Creative. I don't get paid for being their PR. I just get the benefits of being a representative for their company, or their shop. And then the other ladies have just blessed me with a coupon code, and in order for me to bless you guys. So that is how that works. I am actually only using one kit, the elements from one kit on these few pages, and it works out great because you don't need a lot to decorate these pages, and you want to, again, I'm reminding myself, you want to leave room for yourself to write. I know I get sticker happy, and that's why I kind of say that. She comes in 2 skin tones. This is a darker skin tone, and then there's a light skin tone, but of course it's the same exact kit. I am in my Agenda 52 planner, which you guys have been struggling with for the last 4 years as to how to use it. But what I have done consistently was, since 2019, I have put in my goals for each year, and it's just basically me decorating a page for the new year and coming up with some creative things that I want to do or continue to do and kind of promise myself to use more of in the upcoming, such as maybe like use more stencils or stamps or something like that. So what you see me doing now is I'm just going ahead and pulling out all of these extra pages that I don't need anymore, keeping in the goals. I love these art pages, so it's just a few of them, so I'm keeping those in. That is my Happy Space Joy Journal. I'm almost done with that, and I'm going to take that out, but I am going to complete it this year. And then I have the bowls of incense from my Happy Space that I've used in here, taking that out to make room for the new things in the new year. That's why, hence this video, what will it be in 2023? Some things are old, some things are new. I'm taking out and starting over, and this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to decorate my goals for 2023, and then we are hopefully done with this video. I've said a lot and done a lot, but I just wanted to share with you guys what's going on in the upcoming year. As I was filming and editing this video, it was turning out to be longer than I anticipated. So I am going to split this video into 2 parts, and this way it won't be so overwhelming, and you can watch part 2 when you get a chance. Hopefully you guys seen the video on the Amazon review that I was asked to do, and I said I would still use the paper pack. I am using it here. I cut it apart like this little flower kind of pot thing. I'm using that. I'm using some dollar store, yes, dollar store butterflies. They are so pretty. I think they're Dollar Tree. And then I'm using some parts of the paper that I cut. I believe actually these are mirrors of each other. I think that paper was from that flower on the right, yeah, because it looks like the same shape. Yeah, so I just split it apart, and I am going to use a couple of elements. I think I'm using the lady she is from his palette. I love her. I think she's so cute, the freckles and the complexion. And then this card is so cute. This is I Am cards from the Blackberry shop. Her shop is closing. I don't know if it's closed yet, but you might want to grab this. It has a whole bunch of I Ams, and it's already typed out. I printed it on cardstock, and it is so pretty. I plan to use it, or use them, because I got the whole set. I plan to use them in my mini garden Bible. These cute stickers are from the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store. Guys, you can spend $5 and get a good journaling page going. You don't have to spend money on these Bible kits. You don't have to. You can be more creative and use things from the dollar store. Go to thrift shops and use old magazines. I told you before, use cards that you may have that are left over. There's so much that you can use in order to Bible journal. You don't have to spend money on any of these kits. I'm not telling you to spend money on kits. I am the kit junkie, not you guys, but I try to also show you guys ways that are inexpensive for those of us who are on tight budgets or don't want to spend a lot of money, or really just want to kind of be really organic and creative in how we Bible journal or journal and use different things. Here is the final page, all complete and done. I've gone ahead off camera and I've written down some goals for 2023. Creative goals, again, stamping, using certain stencils or completing certain journals and things like that. And throughout the year, I will definitely check it off and revisit it. I'm definitely in the process of learning a Samsung tablet. For those of you who are not all Apple users, there are ways to learn how to digitally journal and plan, not necessarily on an iPad. Last and certainly not least, my Women of the Bible notebook I've been using since 2020. It's where I keep all of my notes and studies on the Women of the Bible series that I'm working in. I do Women of the Bible when I feel led or want to. A woman that I want to study or learn more about and make life applications from her life and culture from scripture. What better way to learn how to be better women, wives, than women of the scripture? Also, there are many women in the scripture who are cautionary tales of not being a certain kind of wife and a certain kind of woman and things like that, or a mother and things. So this is where I'm keeping all of my studies. That was my last one that I am working on, and when I get to it, I hope to share it with you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you were inspired by this video.